We're not going to get that lucky again. Can we get something catchable? Make us feel a little bit better about having killed a Rayquaza? What are these encounters? All of the legendaries were in Kanto. What do we do? Here we go, here we go, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, for the first time since the last time, it is that time, right about that time, for your favorite Pokemon challenge and mine. My name is Sebastian Todd III. You may call me ST3, and this is the HeartGold Randomizer Nuzlocke, the first series on the channel, but definitely not the last. And if you have made it here to episode 22, please leave a like down below. Hit the like button. Leave a comment. Let us know what your favorite part uh, of the series has been so far. And because this is not the last one on the channel, the last series, this is just the beginning. Hit that subscribe button so that you can be along for the ride as we grow the channel and make some things happen. We made some things happen in the previous episode. If you haven't checked it out, it uploaded yesterday for you, Wednesday, March 22nd. It is currently Wednesday, March 22nd for me. We are recording 2 episodes here tonight. But in the previous episode, we took on the Elite Four, and we came out of it unscathed, thankfully. So let's take a look at our team of Hall of Famers. We have Danders, the level 50 Latias, soundproof ability. Zen Headbutt, Dragon Breath, Fly, and Recover. We have Cruella, the level 50 Tentacruel with a Sand Veil ability, Poison Jab, Sludge Bomb, Waterfall, and Surf. We have Denny, P67 with Water Absorb, the Rhydon level 50, Stone Edge, Hammer Arm, Earthquake, and Rock Slide. We have Luca, level 50, also Chlorophyll, Dark Pulse, Dragon Pulse, Aura Sphere, Calm Mind. We have Bartlett, again, level 50, Storm Drain on Armaganium, Petal Dance, Cut, Razor Leaf, and Light Screen. And then we have Sunday, the only one not level 50. Sunday, our Snorlax is level 51. Adaptability with Strength, Amnesia Crunch, and Belly Drum. And this team made it out unscathed, and we kept them all about level 50 when we went in because the ace of Lance is level 50. And while we don't have a hard cap on this challenge, we wanted to keep it interesting, and we did. But we made it out. So in this episode, we get to venture our way into Kanto. And as I've said before, we're going all the way to Red in this series. We want to complete all 8 badges in Kanto. We will take on our rivals, and we have a little glitch here. So give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to quickly pause. And we're back. All right. So for some reason, the down button was sticking on us. We got that cleared up real quick. And we got through Professor Elm, who gave us a ticket. We're going to go hop on a boat and head our way to Kanto. We'll work our way through the boat. Probably today, get through the boat and see how far into Kanto we can get. We can probably get at least 1 gym. I think, as I mentioned, I believe I mentioned this. Oops, I flowed to the wrong spot. In the previous episode, most likely what we're going to do is make our way over so that we can pick up the Super Rod as quickly as possible, because the Super Rod will give us level 40 encounters rather than the very low level that they're going to be otherwise. So anywhere that we can fish, we want to skip that if we can for now and go get the Super Rod. And then, of course, we can take on some gyms. And if we get something really good with the Super Rod, we can, of course, switch out a team member. At this point, I don't even know who we would switch out. But hopefully by the next episode, so Friday's episode, hopefully we are getting our level 70 legendary with the Master Ball, which we have saved. At the expense of Brodicon probably be slacking, but that is all well and good. We are doing all right. And ladies and gentlemen, let me know down below in the comments. What are you thinking, we should be doing here for the next series? I have a couple ideas percolating around the old brain there. And know that I'm not nearly talented enough to do some of the things you've seen, like fusions and randomizing gens 8 and 9 yet, or anything like that. But got a couple ideas for some different challenges we might be able to, or games we could take on with some Nuzlocks. And as we continue to get better and better with editing and putting things together, looking at even bigger and better stuff coming. And as we get into this first battle on the boat, the reminder, not sponsored by Yeti, but drink your water today. If you haven't drank it already, but get your water in. It is important. It is important. Zubat comes out. We are super effective with Danders, the Latios. As I said, we are recording this on Wednesday. So for me, I know what happened in the Elite Four. You're going to find that out. Well, you know now because you've seen the opening. We came out relatively unscathed. But boy, what a great day today has been. Today, obviously, Wednesday for me, Thursday for you, but Wednesday here in the area, it has been sunny. It has been nearly 50 degrees. Went for a nice walk today. If it weren't for the fact that we have so much snow accumulated that it hasn't all melted away yet, I probably would grill dinner tonight, but don't feel like shoveling, a foot or so that's been piled up out, near the grill. But that should all go away tomorrow. It's supposed to be in the 50s tomorrow and rainy. So as you're watching this, it might be raining right now here where I am, but we'll take that because it might get rid of some of the snow and really bring spring into view. But I went for a nice walk today because it was so beautiful out and didn't need long sleeves. I'm a warm-blooded person anyway, so t-shirt was fine for me. And then had a fourth interview today, peek behind the curtain, for a position at the local university. I think I've talked about that before. I think that went really well. I should hear something in the next couple of days, hopefully by the end of this week, but if not, early next. So we'll find out maybe on Saturday's episode, which we're not recording today. We will record that probably on Friday. We'll find out on Saturday's episode if I've heard anything yet. Our only thing that's really super effective against this is Den EP67. We don't have a fire type. That might be something to consider if we can find one, getting on the team. The downside to not having a fire type right now is that if we put Den EP67 in, I'm pretty sure Metagross gets Hammer Arm. And I'd rather not risk losing. Now, Pursuit is super effective, but we're not trying to switch out, and that's another reason to be tentative about switching out, is if we did switch out, that does double the damage. We probably would have lived, but let's not risk this. A crit would have taken it. Let's not risk losing anybody here. We can play it safe. We got a good team. We're not going to heal right here, because if we need to, we'll switch and stuff like that. We'll figure it out. We can heal in battle. This is not extreme hardcore Nuzlocke or anything like that. But there is a place to heal up here on the boat. And we're not super duper worried about two Pokemon that have not yet evolved. Now, if this were Gen 6 or later, the poison would be super effective against Cleffa, but alas, here we are in Gen 4 still. I saw a poll today on YouTube, and I think it was Tyler who put it up, who edits for... I can't remember. He either edits for MNJ TV or PM7, and I apologize that I don't remember which one. I think it was him that put the poll up. But like, what game needs a sequel or a remake? And one of the options was HeartGold and Soul Silver. And I will fully admit that at the time I took it, I was one of the 7% who said that over like X and Y. Although, again, I've never played X and Y, but I am all about having a Pokemon Z, especially one we could play on the Switch. But I said HeartGold and Soul Silver because I love the mechanics of the game. I love the layout. If they could update the game in terms of like the levels, bring in, Pokemon from all gens, gens 1 through 9, and have that available to people. Um, but keep the mechanic. I think Gen 4, well, specifically Heart Gold and Soul Silver, really nailed the Pokemon following you, which, like on the remakes of Diamond and Pearl, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, didn't come out the way I think people were hoping it would. I know not the way I hoped it would. So, would love to see that fixed or addressed in like a remake, but that would be. It's not going to happen. I think we're probably looking at Gen 5 is due next for their remakes, because we've seen Fire Red and Leaf Green, we've seen Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. So I think most likely what's coming next, right, would be. Although we have seen Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but I think Gen 5 is probably coming. Black 2, White 2 are more sequels than they are. I think I went in the store. More sequels than they are remakes, or more of a hybrid. We'll trigger this dude. My issue with this guy telling us we can't get past him until we go wake up his friend and beat his friend in a Pokemon battle is that he doesn't give us anything for doing it. Like, I don't want to sound like a greedy person, but in every other challenge in Pokemon, you get something, even if it's a berry. Like, you get something. And this dude just is like, whatever. Do it or else. Now, this isn't ideal because it is super effective against us, and we have seen what a Spiritomb can do. The concern is if it has Pursuit, it probably takes us down. It's Ghost and Dark. I think what we're going to do is heal up and kind of scout. That's what we're going to do here. We're going to scout to see if it uses like a Pursuit or something like that. Went for Sucker Punch. We didn't try to attack, so that worked out well. It did not Sucker Punch there, so that's good for us. We'll try to get maybe a Paralysis with the Dragon Breath. Nailed that. Awesome. Ominous Wind isn't great because it can, the Omni Boost. We ate that pretty well. It doesn't Sucker Punch again. So we should take it down with 2 hits. All right, so that was much ado about nothing, but I would rather be safe than sorry. We've already lost enough in this lock. We don't need to lose more. Cast Form. Fun little gimmick Pokemon, but not much of a threat to us. And I'm not like to M&J TV levels of like in love with, in love is a bad way to say it, but like the affinity that, Mikey has for Cast Form, I don't share that level of infinity, but I like Cast Form, and I've definitely had some playthroughs where Cast Form has been ideal on the team because he can kind of take the role of, do we need ice in a pinch? Do we need water in a pinch? Do we need fire in a pinch? Like, depending on what you've got around the team, you can kind of make the moveset match what you need. And so, very versatile. And again, kind of gimmicky, but nothing wrong with gimmicky. Sometimes gimmicks are the best way to get things going. I mean, in so many of our entertainment, ventures that we take in, gimmicks play a huge role in that. So, we've gotta give some love to the gimmicks. Gotta give some love. Yeah, how about you? How is your week going? I know that today is Thursday for you, so we're almost at the end. But how is your week going? Any fun, exciting things happen for you? I did not mean to recover. I wanted to fly, but we'll take the recover. I think that's the first time since we've caught Danders that soundproof actually Came in handy there. I'm not complaining about because we haven't had a lot of opportunities for like a screech or anything like that. Did we miss fly? I wasn't really paying attention. We had to have missed fly. There we go. Boom. I guess not boom because we have soundproof. Leafeon we're not afraid of. And Leafeon's a good Pokemon, but we've got Fly. It's not stab for us, same type attack bonus, but it is super effective against our friend the Leafeon. Oh wow, didn't even take it down. Magical Leaf won't do a lot. That's more the thing we're not worried about. Is Leafeon doesn't have anything it can do to us, really. Like, it's not going to whip out, you know, Crunch, anything like that. Even if it did, it's not stab for him, so or her. I missed how her Pokemon identified there. And this little boat isn't as exciting as the SSN or anything like that. In Gens 1 and the remakes there, but we're not going to find, as far as I know, a bunch of hidden items. If you know where they are, let me know. But I'm pretty sure I've checked every trash can in here. There's nothing there. If there's somewhere else, I'll go get them. Any item is a good item. Either sell it or use it. And it's just fun. This feels a little weird to take down Meganium, who has become a crucial member of our team, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So, yeah, we talked earlier too about the fire type not having one, and it might. I don't know who we would replace, but a good fire type. We've talked about it before, but maybe a Charizard, and we can take Fly off of Danders and leave that space open for a Psychic. And, I think what we're going to do is Cresselia can be a bit of a pain in the butt. Um, I've definitely lost locks to Cresselia in the past. So I think what we're going to do is utilize how strong Sunday can be. I mean, we already tanked Psychic right there, or Aurora Beam. So hopefully we can tank a Psychic. We're going to Belly Drum. Safeguard we're fine with. We're not trying to put any status on. We are going to do the risky thing here and drop our half, or drop our health in half. Drop our half in health. But now our attack is wonderful, and Crunch Miss doesn't do anything to us. There's the Crunch. Hopefully this one-shots. And it does. Wonderful. Wonderful. I mean, too, going back to the idea of we're saying keep you in and strength. Of like a strong fire type, or I guess we're going to Crunch. A strong fire type would be dependent on the ability, too. If it's got a terrible ability, like True On or Slow Start, then obviously we're not. That's not a strong fire type, right? Alright, there is one more battle down below. She has just one Pokemon, so we will go battle her. We'll go play hide and seek for all of a turn, and before we get off the boat, we heal up just to be safe. But this is the last battle here on the boat. And it's a Wobbuffet. I don't like this at all. Because Wobbuffet is the luck killer. What I do like is that abilities are randomized, so it can't keep us here. But if we guess wrong, if we don't play this right, if we don't one-shot this, Wobbuffet can take us down. I mean, if we're not careful, it can take us down with Destiny Bond. It can take us down with Counter. We don't have any special moves. So I'm not worried about any. I'm not worried about Mirror Coat. But Counter or Destiny Bond are the two. And it can't do any damage to us unless we inflict damage on it first. So belly drumming for us presents no risk. There's no threat. There's the counter. I think we're going to heal back up again. And I think what we're going to do is I'm pretty sure Wobbuffet outsped us. But we're going to go for an amnesia after this. Maybe 2 or 3 just to confirm that Wobbuffet outspeeds. Because if it is the case, then we're really afraid of Destiny Bond. I think our Crunch kills it. But again, it's better. Okay, we outsped here. So maybe we do outspeed. Let's do another one just to make sure. Okay, we outspeed again. Now, obviously, if it goes for Destiny Bond here, and it does, we will Amnesia a 3rd time. Not that we really need it, but... Alright, so we've outsped 3 times in a row. So we outspeed. Destiny Bond is gone. Safeguard is there. I think we can kill it with a Crunch. We'll find out. That bar is moving very slowly. Oh, man, I don't like that. But we got it. We got it. 1 shot. I assumed we would. +6 in attack. Super effective Crunch, but until the bar is down, can't count your chickens. And all it would take is for that Wobbuffet to have sturdy. Oh my gosh, could you imagine that? A sturdy and you time it right with a counter. Whew, that would be no fun. This dude doesn't do anything for us, so no point in talking to him. We will just send the little girl off to hide. We will go find her, bring her back. And she only hides once. Like, this game of hide and seek is very boring, and she's not good at it because she doesn't hide anywhere all that hidden. Hey, look, I'm behind a wall. Found you. And at least this dude is like, oh, thank you so much for finding my granddaughter. Here's a little trinket. It'd be nice if we get, a Scyther or Onyx, but I also don't really foresee Scyther or Onyx replacing anybody currently on the team or any of the power we have in the PC. Yeah. So here we'll just heal up real quick. That way we can take on Kanto full of health and ready to go and all that fun stuff. I do love that the time on the boat is all dictated by how quickly you play hide and seek. So if you want to do all the trainer battles, you got to do that first. Because if you do the hide and seek first, they'll be gone. They get off the boat immediately. But the moment you find the little girl again and bring her back to Grandpa, get the metal coat, and wander away, well then, ding, 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 you've arrived. So, all predicated on how quickly you want to play hide and seek and how quickly you want to find the little girl. So, as I said, I think one of the things we want to do, right, is get that legendary sooner than later. We want to avoid any encounter we can for the time being. So we'll go grab this item real quick. And I think we'll make our way to the Super Rod so that we can start getting encounters in Kanto. And then maybe make our way toward getting ourselves the legendary encounter. Alright, well, Moo Moo Milk wasn't necessarily worth the repel, but that's okay. And here's the... I keep forgetting that we have the bike, and I've very rarely used the bike in this playthrough. So if you've been screaming in the comments, hey dude, you've got the bike, use it. Sorry. And if you haven't, feel free to. Leave a comment, tell me. And if you, for some reason, are 22 episodes in and you don't enjoy what you're seeing, thanks for sticking around anyway. And leave a comment down below with some constructive criticism on how we can make this better. I know one way I'd like to make it better is a layout, and I'm hopeful that if not by the end of this series, at the start of the next one, we can have some kind of a layout going, but I'm also going to avoid as many trainers as I can. You have to hit encounter at least one of them over here. But the reason for that really is once we find what we decide to catch, if it is something that we want to put on the team, we're the best way to train up in Kanto is by battling trainers, battling the gyms. Uh, the levels in the grass is not great. So, all right, we're gonna get an encounter anyway. We're gonna avoid all the grass. I could have repelled, but it's not worth it for 10 steps. Wall Rain. Now, now we have some decisions to make if we can catch this. I'm not afraid of it taking us down. We don't have anything that can really weaken it. That's another issue with the levels being so low. We're so high compared to all these levels. But Wall Rain is definitely one of my favorite water and ice types. First ball Bassi, we don't have to do anything. Wall Rain just wants to be on the team. Look at that. But water, or ice and water, officially. And we are going to name this one of the common nicknames I use for our Wall Rains. And the whole Celio line here is Willa. But Willa might be worth putting on the team in place of Tentacruel. Wow. Strong water moves, good ice moves, which can help us, with some flying types, with dragon types, without having to risk necessarily, our dragon type. But just something to think about. Now, this is concerning because this is another dark type, and I know that this is going to have crunch, and I know this is going to outspeed. What I'm hopeful is that it does not have pursuit. It does. If it does, it didn't use it. Use agility as if it's not going to outspeed anyway. Sharpedo is a fast mon, and if you've ever played Sword and Shield, you know that. He wants to convince us to battle. Well, guess what? We're gonna. We're not gonna physically hit you because rough skin. Oh, randomizers. I might not have rough skin. Doesn't matter. We won anyway. The downside to Walrein is that she was level 19. So, I mean, obviously we'd have to grind up. But, and we're not afraid to do that in between episodes, as you have seen before. And let me know, too, the intro moment for episode 21. I thought this would be a really good idea. It turned out to be a lot longer than I thought it would be, so I apologize. But I thought, how much fun would it be to go back through the episodes, through the archives, and just pull clips of encountering, catching, naming, evolving the 6 team members that we brought into the Elite Four. And just having that little bit of a montage of where we started to where we're at. And then, of course, going up against the Elite Four as a team. I thought it came out pretty well. I mean, obviously, I'm not super great at the editing stuff yet. I do feel like I'm getting better every time we do it. Well, let me know, what did you think of that? And then, I wanted to show you some of the evolutions. I will say, too, for the way I've been doing this, I've now twice missed an evolution. I mentioned, I don't remember who I missed before, but I somehow missed Weeping Bell. And I have a save file that says Weeping Bell and the timestamp as to when it happened, but it's not there. Weeping Bell isn't in the episode, so I'm not sure what I did, or in that little clip. So I don't know what I did, if I named the wrong clip or whatever. But the point is, I'm not afraid to grind in between episodes. And I will record it, and if something happens, like we lose Croconaw or we encounter a shiny, I will definitely share it with the team. It's not something that, is totally top of mind, necessary, has to be done first thing. So we can definitely go battle the gym, but I think what we're going to do first and foremost is we're going to come up this way. Let's grab the bike. Because if we go up here and to the right, we can start doing all the stuff that's going to get us the radio card, which we might be able to secure in today's episode, and then we'll come back for different encounters later. We got some trainers we can battle here. Maybe we'll try to avoid as many trainers as we can, just speed the episode up a little bit. I think this might be the only one we have to face. But if we do this and we go get the machine part and bring it back, we can get the radio card. With the radio card, we can get the Diglett Tunnel. Once we get through Diglett's Tunnel, we go up to Pewter. We get the thing that we need to be able to go to the Royal Islands and trigger the Lugia. So literally we can do that in episode 5. I would be shocked if we can't. Aggron might do decent damage to us, but I think we're still going to out damage it. There's the paralysis. There we go. I love Aggron too, just the design of it. I don't think Aggron is like as powerful as it could have been. I would love to see it get a boost in some other generation, but or like a Paradox form. I know I get a Mega. I think the Mega doesn't. I don't like the Mega as much because I don't think it looks as cool. There are definitely worse looking Megas, but I think the original Aggron looks better than the Mega Aggron. So maybe a Paradox version that kind of keeps a similar aesthetic, but boosts the stats up. That could be pretty awesome. That's one of the things too I love about Gen 9 is this Paradox, idea. We can at any time they could drop a new Paradox Pokemon that can give some love to something from the past that we haven't gotten enough love for, or want to give a little bit more love to, whatever the case may be. So I think that's one of the things. That I enjoy. Okay, so we have to battle too. That I really enjoy about the Paradox is just the potential that's there, and we've already seen it a little bit. We got the Virizion and the oh my gosh, the Suicune versions, right? We've run into a lot of Beldums, Tangs, Metagross. Thankfully, we're Rock type. This will do probably as much damage as it does to us. And it didn't Magnet Rise, so we can take it down pretty easily. But we had the chance. We did encounter, I believe it was a Beldum. Might have been a Metang. Pretty sure it was a Beldum in the Rocket Hideout. And we didn't get it. We tried. It finally took itself down. We would have loved that. That would have been on the team for sure. But it'd be fun to just see what other events come out. I think we've talked about this before. Did the Decidueye event. We have Decidueye not on the team. It's not necessarily one of the 6 right now, but we got the encounter. And one of the things I'm trying to do is create the living decks in Violet predominantly. I started with Sword. That was the first game I Sword. Look at me, Scarlet. And then once I got Violet and started playing Violet as kind of the second playthrough, trying to make like a living deck out of that. I think that will be fun. You know what we can do? We can get an encounter here because we have the Super Red. So we'll get 2 encounters here. We'll see if we can't trigger the events to get us the radio card that we're going to need. And this might be a good way to wrap up the episode of... Oh, I guess we missed on the reel in here. But if we can get to the place where we can begin the next episode with the Legendary... Why is this not working right? What am I doing wrong? How am I not hitting this button? Am I hitting the wrong button? Am I hitting B instead of A? Probably. Good chance. A Legendary encounter at level 40. We don't want to throw the Pastor Ball because it will be easier to catch this without than it will a level 70. but there's a Rayquaza on the screen. We have a Master Ball. I don't even know what to do right now to try to weaken it. Because Dragon Breath probably kills. We're Dragon type. It's super effective. It can't go for Hyper Voice. Let's go for Zen Headbutt. I would like Dragon Breath because of paralysis, the potential. That did more than I thought it would. Because I think now we're only going to be able to get 2 of these Zen Headbutts off. Man, if I thought for a second, hey, get some Ultra Balls, I would have bought some more Ultra Balls. Yeah, that's about where we're going to leave that. Let's see how much Air Slash does to us. Decent amount. We can live another one. We can't hit Rayquaza again. We don't have any status we can put on it. So let's start chucking some Ultra Balls and see if we can get lucky. Alright, so that did 36 damage. 36 times 2 is 72. Pretty sure we can live another one. I think that's how crits work, is it just doubles. If it doesn't, let me know in the comments below how bad my thought process is here. Oh, I didn't even think about Crunch. Okay. Crunch, Air Slash, Hyper Voice, which is special. We don't know what the 4th move is yet, right? Denny P67 should... Oh, Rest. Oh, this is going to be even harder. Do we just chuck the Master Ball? Denny P67 can't do much either because Dragon and Flying, I'm pretty sure a Rock Slide just kills the Rayquaza. We're going to keep going for Hammer Arms. It was going to outspeed us regardless. We resist every move it has. A Hyper Voice, not as much, but it's still normal. We're Rock. So Crunch, right? We're 180. 27. $27 points of damage for Crunch. Oh, there's our first shake. So it's possible, right? It can happen. Air Slash did a lot more than I thought it would. Man, it feels so weird throwing Ultra Balls when we have a Master Ball right there for our Rayquaza. But we can't even touch a level 70. Like, we're all level 50. Do we do it? Do we do it? Comment section. It's Rayquaza. It's right there. We don't have to go get level 70 right this moment. It'll be harder without the Master Ball. Throw one more. We'll heal up. Doesn't even shake there. Crunch, we know we can leave a crit. Which is good because, of course, it crit. I'm not going to give up on this, so we're not giving up on this regardless. Worst case scenario, we throw the Master Ball. We're not going to panic that quickly. Let's see how much Hyper Voice does. It is special. Okay. Yeah, so we're in the right spot here. We've got a Pokemon that can absorb some hits. We can heal up. We can chuck a bunch of Ultra Balls. We can't put status on it. It can put itself to sleep. We could try a Rock Slide when it rests and just pray that it doesn't kill. It's not even shaking. The other thing we can do is when it rests, we know it's going to be out for 2 turns. We can throw Danders in, try a Dragon Breath, pray it doesn't kill, pray we get the paralysis. But that's a lot of praying. That's a lot of fingers crossed hopes and all that stuff. We don't want to risk that either. The other thing we have to think about is the level 70 could be an Azelf, and nothing against an Azelf or Reggie Rock, right? Like it's not guaranteed to be better than a Rayquaza. And honestly, legendary wise, what would be better for our team right this moment? I mean, Rayquaza, we can fly. It's a flying type. It's going to learn fly naturally. We'll teach it because I don't think it learns fly until much later. But we can then open that spot up on Danders for for Psychic. I mean, we don't need a Dragon type. Sure, we have Danders. But of the two, even then, Rayquaza might be the way to go. The only legendary I can think of that might be a better fit for us is we could maybe get a poison. But poison puts it on a timer, and we don't want it on a timer, do we? I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe I'm doing this. We have Danders. We have another legendary coming up, probably in the next episode. It will be level 70. I can't believe we're going to try this. This doesn't seem smart to me. This is a dumb move. Why did we do this? Please, Rayquaza, eat this. Eat this. Eat this. Eat this. Eat this. It ate it. I don't know why I was thinking we might get the paralysis. It's asleep. It can't be paralyzed and asleep. Now, if it can stay asleep for one more turn, it doesn't. It's okay. It missed its move. I mean, we got lucky. So there really isn't much we can do unless we risk him going for Crunch. Or her going for Crunch. Because if we heal up Danders and we throw Danders back out there, but it goes for Crunch, we're in a bad way. But we can maybe get the paralysis. It lived. It lived Dragon Breath. It lived super effective Dragon Breath. Can it live Rock Slide? And we're getting risky. Stop. From me. I said from the get-go it wouldn't. I knew better. We still have a legendary on the team. We still have a legendary to come. Will we come to regret not using the Master Ball? Because we may come back to regret that. That's gonna for all the Pokemon fans out there, all those who have played. Leave the comments down below. I'm ready for it. I can take it. All right, this is a new route. We're not going to get that lucky again. Can we get something catchable? Make us feel a little bit better about having killed a Rayquaza? What are these encounters? All of the legendaries were in Kanto. What do we do? Here's what I'm thinking. We hit a Dragon Breath. It should live a Dragon Breath. If we can get it down into the yellow, or maybe the red, and paralyze, we chuck a bunch of Ultra Balls. Oh my gosh. I have battled level 45 legendaries before. With no issue not throwing the Master Roll, because I want to save it for level 70. But when you get a Rayquaza and a Mewtwo, back-to-back encounters. Are we really this risky? Are we really this risky right now? Oh, Mewtwo, if this crits and kills you, I'm going to be so disappointed. Okay, that did nothing. Psych up. Theoretically, it can live a second, and we have a shot at possibly getting it paralyzed. And in the red. Okay, no paralysis. Thankfully, Mewtwo knows who we are. Ultra Sight we're not afraid of. We're Psychic type. It's not super effective against us. Let's just throw some Ultra Balls. So of the 3 moves so far, Future Sight's the only attacking move. What this is telling me is we really, really need to figure out how to get status on something. And Swift. Okay. We got 47 more Ultra Balls. We're going to just try Ultra Balls. This might be the whole episode right here. Is the rest is trying to catch Mewtwo. I'm not mad about it. We failed Rayquaza. That's on me. I didn't think it would live a Rock Slide. I didn't think it would live a Dragon Breath, to be honest with you. Got very lucky on that one. Oh my gosh. One shake. Is it premature to start thinking about if we do end up catching this, what we would name it? I don't think it is. I know what I always name my Mewtwo's. And I say that as if I get one every time I play a game. I don't. But I have a nickname for Mews and Mewtwo's, just set in stone. If ever I encounter them and catch them. We'll keep going. Once we get under 100 for health points, we will heal back up. Right now, we're just going to keep checking Pokeballs, and we know that this isn't ideal, but it's unfortunate that Mewtwo doesn't have, Recover right now. Excuse me. Give us another chance at the paralysis. But for everything that we have available to us, we have the second best scenario we could do. Paralyzed would be number 1, obviously, right now. But we've done the best that we can without knocking the Mewtwo out, like we did the Rayquaza. Oh, man. It's barely shaking. I'm also a little bit afraid of it eventually struggling. Future Sight has 10 to 15. Swift has 20. So we're probably fine for a while. We're going to heal up after this Future Sight attack, just to be safe. I should just throw the Master Ball, right? We are just dragging us out for no good reason. The downside is if we throw the Master Ball, the level 70 becomes ridiculous. And theoretically, let's throw a Great Ball, just for giggles. Let's just mix it up a little bit. Theoretically, we could find a Master Ball by the time we get there and have a second one. We haven't had any luck finding Lucky Eggs or Master Balls yet, but it could happen. I could train. We can postpone that until we get a time where we can train up so that we have a Pokemon level 70 that can maybe give it a go. We have the Amulet Coin and a ton of money, I'm sure, because we haven't spent any since the Elite Four. So we can replenish our Ultra Balls. We can maybe build somebody up that has a static, like a sleep powder or something. Maybe Heart scale up. Megadian probably, I think, learned sleep powder. Oh, the triple Jiggle got me. For the splittest of seconds, I had hope that was about to just, and we're going to have it. I don't know what that sound effect was. Class. Oh, no. All right, well, triple Jiggle. We have 35 more Ultra Balls. We have plenty of healing items. Did we just dodge Future Sight? I didn't even know you could do that. Man, oh man. This has really lengthened this episode because I did not anticipate having an hour of power in this episode. I most certainly did not. I thought, hey, this will be quick and easy. We'll go get a couple encounters, maybe do a couple battles, and we're gonna move on and really set up the Friday episode. But then Rayquaza and Mewtwo back to back. And we're not using the Master Ball. Am I making too much of the level 70? The level 70 absolutely could be trash. It could be another Mewtwo, and if we use the Master Ball here, we just run away from that one, we're fine. It could be a Kyogre, which would come on the team immediately. No offense to Tentacruel, but Kyogre is a far better water type. It could be a Groudon, and we would have to really think about, depending on the ability, is it worth switching out Denny P67 for a Groudon? We're obviously going to heal up. As long as this doesn't crit, we're going to be fine. Even if it did crit, I think we would be fine. I'm trying to think what other legendary it could be that would be better than having a Mewtwo at this point. Now, the downside is Mewtwo's move pool, clearly not great. It's 10 levels lower than Dander's. Who gets Psychic in like 11 levels, but we can train Mewtwo up. I mean, it's 10 levels higher, but it's only 10 levels, or 10 levels lower. It's only 10 levels lower. That's not that far. That's why we did the rod. Who would we replace? I mean, probably Dander's, right? Because Dragon Psychic there. You know what? We'll throw 6 more Ultra Balls. When we get to 20 Ultra Balls, if we have not caught Mewtwo somehow by some miracle with Ultra Balls, then we'll throw the Master Ball. That's what we're going to do. We're going to leave this up to the fates. 5 more chances for a miracle. 4 more chances for a miracle. 3 more chances for a miracle. Mewtwo seems to have this down pretty well, where it knows when to Swift so that it gets Swift and Future Sight back to back. I mean, it is supposed to be one of the smartest Pokemon of all time, right? 2 and then out. We have 2 chances left before we threw the Master Ball. It might be worth replacing Meganium, to be honest. I mean, the only thing Meganium really gives us is, grass typing for like water and stuff. But all right, we said if we get to 20 balls, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. This is our legendary. Mewtwo is caught. Should we have done that to the Rayquaza? Maybe. If we had, we definitely wouldn't have had a shot at Mewtwo. All right. I'm going to name it what I always name it. I'm going to name it what I always name it. Alpha. That's not what I always name it. That's what I name Mew. I name it Omega. I name Mew Alpha because it's the first, and Mewtwo Omega because it's the strongest. Man, if that was for something better, no offense, Denny P67, I know you love you some Diglett and some Dugtrio, but if that was for something better than a Smoochum, we train that up and ship that off. And we're just going to do this real quick because we're here. In between episodes, we will go check out the Mewtwo, or at the start of the next episode, we'll check out the Mewtwo. Probably add Mewtwo to the team. We might as well, since we're here, just wrap this portion of the story up so that we can make some more progress toward possibly getting ourselves a level 70. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right, we're going to wrap this up here. We'll heal up. We'll grab the Mewtwo. We'll get a bunch of Ultra Balls. We might train a bunch in the next episode, too. But, this ended up being a lot longer episode, but wow. Rayquaza and Mewtwo back-to-back encounters. We didn't get the Rayquaza. We got the Mewtwo. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, until next time.